Whole lot of talking. Fuck is they talking about though? Big MRM WRW Mafia. Dark side. Come by with the tribe. Kirby, what up though? I'm breaking it down, ground. I'm working my way up, your way stuck, get your way up. You're looking for pay, cause I'm all about people to wake up. Sleep, freak ocean, dig, peep. Designers and mess with the weak. Fool, choose. I'm making a break of the rules. Fool, choose. Is he hammer, I'm busting the move. I woke up like this, blessed. Every damn girl is the best. Stress was created from thinking the less. I'm with the guards, yes. Facts, me and Kirby finessing the beat. 10 toes, am I ever repping this shit? I am the chief, this is the tribe, my energy different, electrical fire, can get you a vibe. This is my land. Yeah, 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 yeah. No book for papers. Ain't got time for no bitch, cause I'm running the papers. Just like that I keep your flavors. From the low to the highs. Women niggas have a baby. Say you got emotion, but you niggas just talk. Big dog, let me go. And you bitches just talk. Look me in my eyes, saying with your chest when you talk. Boys do what they can, and men do what they want. That shit down, has old school down. My thoughts are action, Texas niggas like a smile. The magic had me pulling rabbits out. Like we pulling more than cause niggas be capping, so whatever when they at. Tell your life story, you really fucking happy. I can see you clear now that the rain is gone. Just too much work for this. Yo, 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 yo. What's the vibes, tribes? This is I Can't Make This Shit Up podcast with myself, Big Chief, not the little one. GeeDaStarFlower, melanated god of love, my goddess, Aquarius goddess, and my sister, Crazy Tree Lady. But y'all know tonight is Wednesday. You know, y'all know how I rock out on Wednesdays when I'm on my shit. You know, it's OGTalk. This is where you sit back, relax, and listen to a OG talk. You hear me? So I got two of my brothers. You know, they're also a part of my show as well. You know, two of my brothers, my brother Ant and my brother LarryStacks is in the building tonight. We waiting on Stacks to pull up, but we got my brother Ant in the building. But he getting his food right now, so he probably gonna stay on mute. You know, but in the meantime, in between time, you know, this is OG Talk. And tonight's topic is it's your mindset, not your movements. Shout out to my brother LarryStacks for that one, you know, because we was talking and he had said it, you know, and it's crazy because we were talking, it just genuine conversation. And we was talking about a topic for tonight, you know, and then he had said that within the conversation. I was like, hold up, what you just say again? He said it again. I said, oh, that's the topic for tonight, bro. What you talking about? That's the topic for tonight. It's your mindset, not your movements. Think different, be better. You hear me? LarryStacks is in the bit. Wait. Welcome, my brother. This generation, Biggie Smalls. LarryStacks is in the building. You hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I had to go back on that one, man. I was fucking up, bro.
Nah, you good. You did what you had to do. Shout out to the MRMWRW tribe.
You know it.
Shout out to my brother Jeezy. Shout out to my brother Ant.
Mm-hmm.
The vibe for tonight, man. What's going on?
Oh man, we talk about these mindsets. No. We're gonna kick it off with what you were speaking about. What made us even come to this topic?
Okay.
What made us
So the
even want to
topic,
jump into this topic, it's
all
something
right.
that you had presented on social media, and I believe I commented on it. I think I did. I think I
Yeah, you
did
did.
see something on that and shit. So if you want to kick it off with that, we can kick it off with that, and then we can spin the bins, and you know how we do.
All right, cool. So basically, this all started because I was watching a video the other day on Facebook or whatever, and basically, somebody that I watch on a regular basis was watching a video of a woman basically saying how she got all these accomplishments and all these businesses and all these degrees and all that, so she ain't got to tolerate certain men and all that, and if he ain't on her level and da 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 da, he ain't this and he ain't that. And then she tried to double down and be like, "Oh, no disrespect to the 9 to 5 workers, but y'all ain't in." So it's like,
All right.
and then I spoke up on it, and I basically said, "Y'all got to change your mindsets because, and when it comes to a relationship, all your accomplishments that don't matter to a man,
Don't
like
matter at all.
respectfully, and that's no disrespect.
At
But when
all.
it comes to a relationship, it doesn't matter to a man. That's a personal goal, and that's
Person,
fine. We support that.
person.
But in a relationship, we don't care about that."
Mm-hmm.
And then I got on the phone with my brother earlier while I was at work, and then we talked about that. And then that's when I said, it's about your mindset, not your movements.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's how we got this title.
And that shit hit different. It definitely hit different, bro, because the motherfucker will be making all these moves out here and thinking that they're accomplishing this, that, and the other, but the whole time you still the same person. You haven't changed anything about yourself, the way you choose to think, the way you choose to act. None of that has changed. All of that's still the same, but you accomplish all these things, though. Not even to say that. We forgot about the fact that I said I had made a post, a story that was based off of what you were saying too. And this is before I even seen your video or whatever. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. And I just said something about this shit, about your biggest accomplishment should be being a better you. That should be your only accomplishments within this world, being a bigger and better you, when it comes to accomplishments. But we're going to start with the relationship shit first, then we'll
Right. And
dodge
then
into
we go
that.
di- then we gonna
You know?
deep dive into, yeah.
But, as far as in relationships, like you said, bro, like us men, we really don't care about any of that. That doesn't make you who you are because you accomplished this, that, and the other. And like we was talking about earlier, bro, especially when there's situations where the woman was dealing with a man, and they both may have been at a down point during the time that they got together, and then she may have worked on some things and started accomplishing some things in life, and then start looking down at the man like he ain't shit because she done made some type of moves and shit, you know but at the same time, it's like it depends on what the situation is. Because again, like we said earlier, it can be a situation where a woman has held the man down. You know what I'm saying?
Very
And got
true.
to a point where she was tired of holding the man down. You know what I'm saying? Or that
Yep.
man that got comfortable with being in a position of him having a woman that does everything for him and got too comfortable with that shit.
Yeah.
It be different situations, bros.
It happens.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So it's like now, I don't even see how a woman can even come out her mouth for saying any shit like that in 2025. Honestly, like who the fuck gives a fuck about your accomplishments? They are personal accomplishments. That shit ain't got nothing to do with the world. You ain't changed nothing within the world. Like what the fuck? Fuck
Nah,
out of
that's
here. But you know. It is what it is, man. Me personally, I look for more than accomplishments in a woman, like with the certificates you done got and degrees and all of that shit. Cool, but what about you? What's your mindset like? How do you think these days? Has your
Yeah.
actions changed? Are you still the same little girl you was back then? As far as your mindset, I'm talking about mindsets now. We're not talking about age or none of that shit. Cause a motherfucker could be old as hell and still think young as shit. So we ain't
True.
even talking about age. We're talking about your mindset. You know, you can make all the accomplishments in the world, accomplish everything you want. Personally. But what about you? What have you done within yourself? You know, what work
Yeah.
have you done within yourself? You know, that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah. And to add to what you were saying, man, like it's really like it's sad in a way because you would think we would have more common sense than that to be
Mm,
that entitled, to be that cocky.
mm.
But I guess we still got some learning to do
Yeah, for sure.
because ain't no way because men do it too. I ain't just gonna talk about
Mm-hmm.
the women. Men do that too. Men be treating their
Hmm.
girls like they better than them. So that does exist. But we see that more with women though.
Yeah, for sure.
We see more of that with women having these big headed mindsets and they look at their partner as less than if that man makes the same or less than them.
Hmm.
And it's terrible. It's horrible.
Hmm. It's crazy, man. I actually witnessed that type of situation with my brother, and his significant other, and I believe she had, felt some type of way at one point in time in their relationship because he was making more money than her. Like, but he don't look at it that way at all. Like, we don't think that way. Like, like, oh, I'm making more money than her. I'm bigger. I'm better. I'm doing like, man, we don't think that way, bro. Me being a man, if I'm making more than my woman, I'm just gonna hold her down even more.
Real
I'm not
shit.
going to think less of her because I'm making more than her. I'm going to do more for her. Now that I'm making more than her, like that's how it's going to go in my world, But I don't know, different strokes for different folks, I'm older, and I have a more of an understanding of what relationships consist of and things like that. Not saying that y'all don't, I just been in a lot more, maybe, I've experienced a lot more when it comes to that shit, you know, and I spoke about us, learning to love people for who they are and not trying to mold them into who we want them to be. I spoke about that years ago, and that's why a lot of relationships fail because people want to mold people into who they want them to be instead of loving them for who they are. That's big facts.
That's a fact.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts.
Word. All right, Aunt back. You in the building.
Yep.
Nigga was over there getting a chopped cheese, man. You heard that motherfucker chopping up.
Hey, on my second one right now, on
Man,
me.
I heard the chop and automatically knew. I say, bro, you in there getting a chopped cheese, ain't you?
Yep.
Word.
What
But yeah, man.
pepper jack cheese?
Ant, you got anything you want to say towards the topic?
Far as this topic, that is relation. Well, we tapping in far as relationships right
Yeah, you
now.
got anything
When
to
it
say
comes to
towards
these
that?
women, with the accomplishments and looking down on the man, because of their accomplishments and things like that. You know, excuse me.
One thing that I don't like from a female, they, I don't like the fact from a female that they be saying that they look better than other females. Me, I don't care how they look. To be honest, you
Hmm.
know, like they be saying, "Oh, I'm baddie," this and that. And I ain't gonna lie. I've been through like you said, I've been through a lot in the past in my relationship, and I be hearing female be saying, "Oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm," you know what I'm saying, like that, baddie. So like, it shit is annoying to me. So like, I don't know.
Uh,
It's just like I don't know. I don't know how to say it. It's just.
I get what you're going, where
You know
you're
what I'm
going
saying?
with. That's a
Yeah, I
weak
get it.
mindset, for that mindset. That we're gonna speak on that too, as far as labeling yourselves as a bad bitch. Shout out to my brother Icon, King Icon is in the building. Circle of Gods, appreciate you pulling up, my
Yep.
brother. Love
Shout
is
out to the
love, man.
gods.
That mindset, right? That because we speaking on mindsets and movements right now.
Yeah.
Uh, labeling yourself as a bad bitch. Why? Why would a
People,
woman even want to have put that label on herself?
first of
Bad,
all,
bad isn't good, and bitch, not a cool word. Like, come on, what is we
fir-
really saying here?
first of all, they don't even know the definition of what a baddie really is.
That's a
Like,
fact.
Big facts.
a baddie is not a positive thing towards a woman. It's not. People, they just use it as a deterrent to themselves. But a real woman, that's technically a real baddie. They move different, bro.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah.
do what these so-called baddies do.
And like I was telling y'all earlier, my definition of a bad chick, I ain't even gonna say bitch, a
Got nothing
bad
to do
chick.
with looks.
I don't even want to use the bad word neither, but we speaking in street terminologies or
Street, right?
hood terminologies or whatever
Hmm.
terminologies, I'm gonna just use that word, that label, But I respect women, goddesses. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. Hold up, hold it down real quick, y'all. I'm about to invite the brother Icon up too.
All right.
All right.
All right, I'm back. But yeah, man, like I respect women. I respect goddesses. You know,
Thanks.
that's all of that. Shout out to my goddess. Now that I see, soon as I mentioned goddesses, shout out to my goddess Aquarius goddesses in the building. I love ya.
Shout out to the goddess.
Shout out.
Word.
Salute.
We got my brother Icon in the building. Peace and love, man.
Peace and love. Family, how's family?
Peace,
This is my
icon,
brother
peace.
Icon.
Bro,
This is my
peace,
brother
peace.
Ant. This is my brother LarryStacks, man.
Salute.
Peace,
They're part of
I
the
peace.
remember
movie.
Larry. I remember Mr. Stacks. I remember
Word,
bro. For sure.
Okay,
word.
okay, that's what's up. Peace, icon. What's
Peace,
going
my brother.
on?
Salute.
Shout out,
A
Con.
salute to the goddess in the building as well. The goddess.
Word.
Yes.
But yeah, the topic for the tonight, bro, was it's your mindset, not your movements. You
Mm.
know. And I don't know how long you was here, bro. We came to this topic because the Stacks had ran across something on social media and he was speaking about it. And we like, let's do a show tonight and kind of dodge into that. As far as relationships, it was a situation, I guess it was a woman and she was speaking on her accomplishments and I believe speaking down on her significant other because of her accomplishments and him being in the position that he's in. Basically feeling like she's better than him now that she's accomplished these things. You know, and
Yeah.
I was basically saying, it's about your mindset, not your accomplishments. Because
Right.
if you're not growing within yourself, all this materialistic shit and all this, entertainment, like, it's entertainment to me. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't mean nothing, bro. If you haven't done any growth within yourself, you know. But
Wow.
what's your thoughts on that though, Icon? Far as in the relationships, because we were speaking on far as in relationships, that's how we kicked it off. Then we can go around the board with it.
Word.
Well, as far as a relationship, first and foremost, thank you for allowing me to be in the space with you all, to join in on this topic. And some of the things I'm about to say will be from experience, others will be just opinions,
Hmm.
speculations, and so forth. But
Mm-hmm.
Had to get that disclaimer out. I felt that.
yeah, yes, sir. Please forgive me, 'cause I just came back from getting some food, so I'm over here eating as well.
Shit,
So
we
Everybody
all just ate, so that's
bro.
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
We
word. You
all just
good,
came
bro.
from eating,
okay,
bro.
That's
yeah, I'm
crazy.
right on
Right.
time then.
Word.
But
Hey,
yeah,
we at the
yeah. What you
Bible
got to
talk.
say
I
though?
say it all the time. We at the
Mhm.
table cooking up these meals, man. You hear
Yes,
me?
sir.
Yes, sir. So what you
I
got
feel
to say to that, man?
I feel like when it comes to relationships, especially within the years that I started studying social constructs and what that is all about, what
Mm-hmm.
negative programming is all about, and how that play to some of the things that hold us back and restrict us, especially in relationships, because that's one of the hottest topics outside of getting the bag. Getting the bag, relationships, and religion. These are and politics. Those four right there are some of the hottest topics and some of the most deadliest topics to talk about
Mm-hmm.
because you're dealing with people's feelings and belief systems. And
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
that's a very touchy conversation to have, but I'm gonna have it anyway because the family is here and we doing this for growth and development. So
Mm-hmm.
I would say that when it comes to how we position ourselves in our thought processes to look at each other's successes and failures, you know, I try to run that through the social constructs and say, okay, is it a positive or a negative? And what makes you know the negative or the positive? It would be the condition. Okay. For anybody to look down on somebody because they don't have a certain amount of money or material things, I think off the rip, for me, in my opinion, that is wrong. But
Mm-hmm.
in the opinion of other people, as far as the mind and perception of other people, it may be that they came from struggle or they came from nothing. And when they find a measure of what they call success, they don't want anybody to bring it down because if you're not at their level, then that means you don't have the thought process to get you there, or you a lazy person, or you're gonna drag me down. So some people try to
Yeah.
separate themselves in that way.
It's like a dopamine. Once you get it the first time, you don't. It's like a dopamine. Once you get high the
Hmm.
first time, you don't want that high to come down. So I get
Right,
what you're saying.
right. And it kind of messes up or put in a position where it becomes limited in your reach because you could be dealing with a person that got a beautiful mind, a beautiful heart, and might have great work ethics, you know what I'm saying, but just haven't found that success yet or that connect to get them to the next level. And a lot of
Right.
times they'll get bypassed all because they don't fit some status quo. You know what I'm saying? But I say to anybody that's on the up and coming, confident within themselves, don't try to reach somebody else's status or
Mm-hmm.
try to fit somebody else's mold. Fit your own damn mold. You know what I'm saying? If they can't get
Mm.
with what you are or have enough decency or sense to sit down and actually talk to you and find out where you at, and then have a heart to say, you know what? I see where your mind at. I'm in a position where I can help you. You know what I'm saying? If they can't do that, then hey, to you be your way, and to me be mine. Ain't no static on this side. I'm gonna keep on rolling, and you keep on rolling. But I guarantee you, in the long run, you wait till you get, if you blessed to get up in your 50s, your 60s, and you still got your bag. Yeah, you don't travel the world. You don't did a whole lot of things with your life, but you lonely as hell.
Mm-hmm.
No one there to love you past your pain because
Mm.
you put all your love and your hope in some damn dead dollars or them dead presidents or them little demons I call them. Though I go chase them little demons too because I know how to. When I get them, I know what to do do with them. Right.
Right.
I'll say that there and I'll land right there because I'm gonna get back to eat some of this food.
Come on now. Hey,
Yeah,
it
everything
different.
he said, it was spot on,
It
man.
different, man. It different. You know, it hit different. But that's a fact though, for
Yeah.
sure. And that's why I see the mindset part, because that's a mindset that our people, we all have to agree with this shit. This is our people who conducting themselves this way. So, it's the mindset, you know. I, I don't know. I tell my bro, we talk all the time, and I'll be like, bro, at one point in time, I used to give excuses, to people. Like, all right, well, maybe it's because of this, maybe because of that, bop, bop, bop. But then it's like, huh, I've been through that and that too. And I, still think this way. I'm still outside of that mindset, that programming. I made my way out, So like the excuses I can't give anymore. And that's why I come with the tough love. Because I've been doing all that hugging and kissing on the forehead, baby. It's gonna be all right. I've been doing that shit for a very long time. You hear me? And that shit don't work. So it's like the tough love is what I'm giving now. It's still love. It's still love at the end of the day, and I know it's hitting the way it's supposed to hit because, the same people reach back out to me and shit, and now our conversation is different, because anything that I'm saying to you, it's out of love. I see more in people than what they see in themselves, for real. So it's like when I'm bringing something your way, man, trust me, I'm bringing it that way for a reason. I know what you're capable of doing, you know. But yet, in a lot of cases, some people went against it. You know, some people went against it, but we can't plan to see it all the time. Yeah, but we can keep on throwing the soul down there, and throwing the water as well. But it's gonna hit. It's gonna resonate with those who it's meant to resonate with. I promise you that.
Yep.
And that's why I continue to speak minds because somebody out here and been through it. Somebody that walked some sort of my path, can share the same thought process as me when it comes to the journey that I've been through and things like that. And that's why I speak on it. Because me speaking on that can give them a clearer understanding of things, or cause them to think differently or walk differently or change something within their lives, especially if you speak to someone that you know for a fact been through that. You hear me? All of that. But yet they speaking like this now. They thinking like that now. All right, man, shit. It got to be something I'm doing wrong. Let me start working on myself because that's where it starts with himself. The problem is y'all be looking for it everywhere else outside of self, you know, and that's when y'all get the confusion, where y'all become confused, and listening to what y'all hear other people speaking about or what works for them. Just because something works for them doesn't mean it's going to work for you. That's their journey, you
Mm.
know? That's their path. You hear me? Y'all better stop putting other people boots on your feet. You can't even fit them bitches. What are you talking
Mhm.
about? You
Mm.
can't even fit them motherfuckers. But
Mhm.
I done spoken about that multiple times too, y'all. And that's facts though, bros. Like people really like even now, like somebody could be listening to us and be like, "Oh, so bros feel that way. That's how he if that shit worked for him. Maybe I should." But yet it won't work for you because that was bro path. That was his journey. It was meant for
Yeah.
him to move that way. So you know, mindset. Trying to tell you, do that work within self. And y'all won't have to figure nothing out. I promise you, you won't have to look for nothing. You won't have to want nothing. Nothing. If you do the work within self, you won't have to want for nothing or look for nothing, search for nothing. You are the book. I mean, this is my personal thoughts. It ain't meant for everyone to agree with me. But me personally, I am the book. I am my own book. I'm telling my story, giving y'all my story every day. I'm creating. You hear me? So that's just me. No, I don't dwell on past situations and shit like that. I don't speak about history and what was done to our people and all of that type of shit. For those who do, cool, but I feel like that ain't getting us nowhere. We all know this. We all know all of this. Now what? Where's the solutions? How we gonna fix this shit? They don't want to speak about that though. Keep giving them the problems. It's crazy. I don't know, bro. Good chair, man. mindset, not the movements, man. Especially now,
Going that
2025,
going
niggas don't give a fuck about nobody movements, bro. Like, cause it's like at the end of the day, your movements is everybody movements. There's multiple people that's doing the same thing that y'all doing. So it's not really a movement for me.
yeah.
You know, a movement, like I said earlier, brothers, doing something different. Show me something different, say something different, do something different. Wow me. Fuck are you talking about? That's an accomplishment for me, you know. Do some amazing shit, you know. The shit that they talk about what we don't see. You hear me? Fuck is you talking about? You saying her and the Hendersons? You saying one of them big motherfuckers walking through the woods for real? You took a picture with them? Like some shit like that, you know. If y'all know where the fuck I was going with that, I be turned into certain shows and shit. But I was just watching the show on I don't know if Discover one of them channels and shit, bro, where they was looking for the Bigfoots. That's what I was trying to say. The show called Harry and the Hendersons when they had the Bigfoot motherfucker. But you know, that's what I mean by doing
That
something
old
different.
ass show.
Yeah, that's old as shit, bro. You hear me? Oh man, my goddess was on here. She would have cracked hella jokes just now, man. But you know, I was just trying to make a point with that. Like, you know, you got to do something that wows me for me to say. And I'm not talking about like we said earlier. We ain't talking about people personal accomplishments. This has nothing to do with that. Your personal accomplishments, that's what it is. I love you for making those moves or being able to get to that level that you wanted to, you know, personally. We're saying far as how people feel like we supposed to look at them because of their accomplishments and things like that, or those who look down on others because of their accomplishments when they were once in that place as well. That's crazy. That's crazy. Our own people, though. It's always our own people, bro. You don't hear no other races of people speaking about these topics and shit. All right. You don't hear no other races of people speaking about these topics, speaking about these issues, these problems, nothing. You don't hear no other race of people speaking about the shit that we speak about. It's our people.
That's a
That's why
fact.
I say we are our biggest problem, man. We want to change anything, it starts with self. How the fuck we gonna change anything within this world if motherfuckers ain't changing themselves? How you think you gonna walk around the same ignorant motherfucker looking to change something? How?
Facts. Like you said, it's a mindset thing, man.
Hey, big bro, Chief,
I'm here, bro.
can you send Queen the link to the live? Queen, she had just called me. I was telling her we was in the live
I
show.
can try. I don't know because I don't even know how many people can be up here. I'll definitely try.
I'm talking about to the YouTube.
Oh, just to pull up?
Yeah, to pull up. Yeah,
Okay. Hold up. I might have to back down, y'all. Give me a sec.
I'm only silent over here because I'm eating right now. That's it. But I'm listening to everything you're saying, bro, and I'm be ready to get in a little bit more with you.
Okay. Okay. But shit, and stats, what y'all thoughts, bro?
Nah, yeah, you was right, man. Like people's mindsets is real. Like it's crazy. Like you ain't really like you done shit personally, but it's like what have you done for the world though? Like what have you done that impacted the world? What have you done that impacted people besides you? Like, and a lot of people can't say nothing for that because a lot of people selfish. Be like all they think about is them, 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 them. So you know how that goes, man. But when you truly make an impact in this world, my nigga, it's gonna show. You ain't gotta brag about it. You ain't gotta floss. It's gonna show. Word.
I mean, I don't see why people brag or floss about shit that everybody bragging or flossing about. Like, that's the crazy part. That's like the weird part to me. Like, that's the programming, though. Like, that's the Literally, that's what it is. You know, I ain't nowhere in the world, bro. I'm gonna be running around this bitch, joy, hi, thinking so highly of myself because I've done the same exact thing that 50 million other people have done. Like, what? I just got my driver's license. A million people just got their driver's license. Like, fuck is you talking about, bro? Like, that's why I say you gotta wow me. Like, gotta make sense. Like, nigga, you really went to space. You really talked to an alien out this bitch, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? You hear me? Like, other than that, I don't know, bro.
And you got anything you want to say, man?
It's our people though. You know, that's why I say
Oh yeah.
that ignorant nigga mindset. And you know, motherfuckers got mad at me about that. Like, got to kill that ignorant nigga mindset. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. You know? Who do we blame? Who do we blame? You say the
Right.
households. You say the households. You say the way people were raised and things like that. That definitely plays a part. You know, but it's a lot of us that was raised in certain type of households and shit and witnessed a lot of shit along our journeys, but yet, you know, we still reached a higher level of understanding certain things in life. And that's not be speaking down on those who haven't. You know, I'm just trying to push something into my people that makes sense. You know, in order for us to win, we have to kill the cancer, and we are the cancer. You hear me? That weird ass shit that y'all continue to spread daily is the cancer. Fuck is you talking about? You hear me? Alright. Y'all want to fix some shit, fix yourself first.
Yeah.
Then we can build. Other than this, other than that, y'all just talking just to be talking. Like, that shit sounds good. A lot of y'all make it look good as well. Y'all know how to paint a picture. You sure do. You damn sure know how to paint a picture. But you know, somebody like me, I see through a lot. You know, but
Back,
it's all
brother.
people. You back, my brother? Let me hear
Man,
something.
listen.
Let me hear something. Let
I
me
went
hear
to
something.
the little place
Peace
called
and love.
Spicy's.
Shout out,
You
my
know,
bad. My apologies, brother. Shout out to Queen Black that's in the building, man. Behind the avatar.
absolutely,
You know the vibes.
absolutely. Shout out to the Queen, Queen Black Radio, the show. Hold on,
Or
I'm trying to get you. Um, okay, I got it. All right. I wanted to get in here and get this on my other phone. But yeah, just when I was listening to you, I kind of like in my mind when I was in prison, like where a lot of my thoughts had an opportunity to develop. You know, when you sit down for the amount of time that I had, to be up under, the form of pressure, you know, as soon as I turned that place into a university for myself and made myself a case study, me studying me, things began to open up in a different type of way for me. When I stopped looking at everybody else, when I stopped blaming everybody else, when I stopped judging everybody else, and I put the onus on me, when I started to say, okay, let's look at some of the things that you've done in your life and why did you do them? What influenced you to do them? What was being marketed to your mind? Okay. And I discovered in that process that I really couldn't blame no damn body but myself. Even if I didn't have the complete knowledge, instinctively, right, I knew right from wrong. I knew right from wrong, right? I may not have known to the degree that I've discovered over time, but there was many different things I could have done for myself. Now, in that context, right there, I began to learn something else too. Everybody don't grow at the same levels or at the same speed. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got different degrees. Some people degrees of understanding is higher. Some people degrees are lower. Some people degrees are right there close, similar to each other. And what I started discovering from there was this thing called expectation is a dangerous ass word. It's dangerous. It's dangerous as fuck, bro. Because the minute you start to expect anything from anybody, that's when your whole motherfucking world, if you're not careful or if you're not strong enough to take what is about to happen, you're gonna be disappointed, let down, and mad as fuck. Because nobody can live up to nobody's expectation. I can't live up to nobody's expectation, and nobody can live up to mine. But what I can do is put an expectation on myself. Right? Once I place the expectation on myself, okay, what my character look like, what my study habits look like, what kind of information am I going out there? So what kind of person am I trying to present? Because I don't know if I'm gonna ever meet I don't met some Bigfoot motherfuckers now, but it ain't the Bigfoot that out in the damn woods. But I don't see some Bigfoot motherfuckers out here, trust me. But it's like once I centered my mind on learn how to be content, because struggle gonna be every day. You're gonna face adversities every day. You're gonna have some people that gonna cross your path that get it. You're gonna have some people that cross your path that don't give a fuck and they ain't with it. Either way it go, at the end of the day, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen because you desire for it to happen. And if you desire for something to happen, ain't nothing nobody can say that's gonna stop you, whether you accomplish it or not. That's the desire. And desire does feed the will. And if the desire is strong, the will is strong. That's motivation. You are self-motivated at that point. You were speaking about the book. I remember when I was in study, at the time I was a member of the Nation of Islam, and I was reading the Quran, and it was talking about a clear book. A clear book. This is another school of thought. And I asked myself, what the hell is a clear book? And it started telling you different things about a clear book. And what I discovered in that, what Spirit showed me in that, was the clearest book that you will ever read is yourself, your memories, your experiences, because you live in them in real time. I could read a bunch of stories about what happened 4,000 years ago, 6,000 years ago. But what I'm reading is people telling the story, or people took somebody's story and talk about their triumphs, their letdowns, and the cycle continues to go on. What make people think that things are gonna change? I mean, but there's nothing new under the sun. We keep trying to repackage things and thinking that it's something different. It's the same thing. And the four things that we get away from, which is clean air, clean water, clean food, and access to the natural resources to build shelter for ourselves, to protect ourselves from the elements. Anything outside of that there is a man's desire to create a want for something. And ain't nothing wrong with that. He's exercising intelligence. But if you put your mind in somebody else's goddamn hand, they become your God. But everybody got to get to that understanding the way they get to it. Me trying to tell somebody that shit, because people try to tell me that for a long time. I wouldn't hear none of that shit. But when I went through my moment, my shock of the hour, them motherfucking 34 years I got in federal prison, them 28 years, 1 month and 2 weeks I did, you hear me? It was enough pressure to make this diamond. So I don't really put pressure on people. Like if you make it to the finish line, you do. If you don't, that's of your own doing. You get what you earn. Straight up. If you want success, then you think successful. If you fall down and you don't know how to get yourself up and brush yourself off, even if somebody pick you up, if you don't have it in you to stay up and stay erect and keep going, then you're gonna continue to fall. And what I'm gonna do? Get mad? I wish the fuck I would.
Yeah.
I wish the fuck I would take any of my time and use my time trying to beat something in your head when I know when the motherfucker was trying to beat it in mine, I wasn't trying to hear that shit until I had to listen. I had no other choice but to listen. And everybody that went through that situation with me in prison, everybody didn't do the same thing. Like when I was in my neighborhood, I turned to a life of crime, but all my friends didn't turn to a life of crime. They stayed in school. They finished it out. So that's what kind of made me a little bit more humbler in how I approach people now. I'm not put no expectation on you. I know I'm gonna come forth and do what I got to do. You either like it or you don't like it. You get with it or you don't. And it's the same for me. I either like it or I don't like it. I either get with it or I don't get with it. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep on moving because, as you said, I know I got a book. I know what I experienced in life. I know that there's been lies told. I do understand what constructs are. I know what negative programming is now. I know what a man-made construct is and the most high created construct. I know that man takes from the creation and uses intelligence, whether it's for the good or the bad. That's the world that we live in. Find your niche inside this world, icon, and do what you know or what you discovered that the most high has put within your coding, and fuck everything else. There are people that you need to meet, you're gonna meet them. But above all, learn to be content. Learn to keep yourself safe. When I hear the queen always talk about protecting your energy and protecting your peace, like that's a real fucking statement, bro.
Big
It's
facts.
real.
Big facts.
Yeah.
Big
I'm gonna land right there. Unless somebody else get it. I'll do this all day, bro. For real.
Hey, I know.
Fact,
Hey, what do
man.
y'all want to take the floor, man?
No, I got it. Yeah, it's a fact though. You gotta protect your peace, man. You gotta do some soul searching, dog. Like me, my brother Jeezy and Aunt No, I used to do this music shit. Well, not used to. I still do it, but I was really doing that shit back then. Like going out performing, doing tours, performances and shit, going to South Carolina, different states, all that. I was really doing that shit. But it got to a point where I wasn't myself. I got burnt out. Not lyrically or anything like that. I got burnt out mentally. So I had to take a fall back from that shit. I took a few years from that shit. I started I started getting myself together. I started reading things, searching on things, really applying things to myself in life and just becoming the best version of myself. So it's like if I can do that, then anybody can do that. And it really is a mindset thing because I could have been the same motherfucker, still doing dumb shit, still having a dumbass mindset. You feel me? And I'm only 26. I ain't no 30, 40-year-old. I'm 26. And I know right from wrong. And I know that by God's commandments, you gotta live right. And if you ain't living right, then you ain't with him. And it's either you with him or you not. There is no in between. So there you go.
Absolutely. 10-4 Roger that. I concur.
Word. And you got anything you want to say, man?
I mean, I might have one, or I might not have one, but I might have.
Anything you want to say, man?
Well, me personally, I don't be telling people this, but like me personally, what I've been going through in my life, when I was young in the past, I learned my mistakes, so like I woke up, I just realized what I did wrong, so like, being a follower, being in the streets, doing this, doing that, and Forrest Clinton, being the gang, like I just realized what I did wrong and what I put my life into because I'm like, what I'm thinking, because I could really lose my life ASAP, like off the spot. So I'm like, you know what? I would never ever think about joining the gang ever again. Never, because my two brothers, well, one of my brothers again just gave me advice, and he was like, this not for you because life is tough. When you end it, it's no way. Sorry about that. Hold on real quick.
Word. Yeah. Like the brother was saying, that's experience, and like Icon was saying as well, like, and I speak about this all the time, like, you can only learn life by living it, you know. Motherfucker can speak about whatever. Like I can try to store so much into someone, but they still have to experience these things to have a clear understanding of it. That's why when y'all hear me speak, I say I speak based off of experiences. I can't speak outside of that. I don't know outside of that. But yet it's a lot of people out here, that speak upon other people's experiences and shit instead of their own. Live a little, that's the only way you're gonna learn anything out this bitch. Yeah, pay attention to the signs and everything within your life. People be so focused on everyone else's life outside of their own. That's the problem. Motherfuckers be so focused on everyone else's lives or with their business or whatever the case may be that they don't even know what's going on within their own. Especially in the households. That's why the kids out here doing all types of shit. Why? Because mama on the internet all the time, minding somebody's business. But our people,
Yeah.
our people,
Yeah. Yep. By the
our
way, I'm bad. My fault for all that. But
had DMX in the back and shit with the dogs out. Woo, woo.
so big as fuck.
Word.
But now, not further, like further, like I was saying, for real, like I just learned, like I was saying, like I learned how to speak what I put my life into, because the only like I said to everyone, not everyone, but certain people that I'm cool with, but like I be saying this, like the only reason why I did that because my mind was like it was everywhere, so like I was like I'm just going to do this for my grandfather. So to look what happened. I got this and that, and then yeah, wasn't it? I, my mind just told me don't do it. Just be a better person. You could be a better person than that. And plus, and not only that, like Larry said, you're young, and that year, I was like literally like probably like 19 or 20 years old. So like, I was really young. So like yeah, so I just go home, took a shower, then think about what I did wrong, and see what happened the next day. You know, but other than that, I just I'm trying to get better. Like how you say this? Like all this nonsense, like all this nonsense bullshit, this and that. Like I don't like the fact that if I say like I want peace, which is I want peace. I don't want it. It doesn't mean like peace and then bothering me. Like I don't like to be bothered.
I mean, that's because you might want peace, but the person on the other side might not. And
But I
in
mean,
order for
it
you,
could be
to want that, listen,
a
bro.
family member too.
That's what I'm saying. In order for you to want that, like I said, I speak based off of experiences, bro. So, in order for you to receive that, and I want that, in order for you to receive that, you're gonna have to completely go to self, literally. Then you'll see who's who. Because if you looking to expect that out of all, that ain't never gonna happen, bro. You can't just go to the family and be like, you know what, this happened, that happened, you feel
That's
this way,
real
you
shit.
feel that
That's
way, but I
shit.
just want peace with all of us.
That's
Okay,
real
you
shit.
just want peace with all of us. That don't mean all of us want peace with all of us. So,
Right,
in
right.
order for you to receive that peace, bro, you got to cut a lot of motherfuckers off, bro. And
Yeah,
Facts.
it might be the people that you love the most.
That's a fact.
yeah, yeah,
It
yeah. That's
might
a
be the
fact.
people you
That's a
love
big
the
fact.
most. I promise
Yeah,
you. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So if you looking to receive that peace like you want, like you say you do, that's what has to happen, brother. You know, that's actually what be stopping people from reaching them higher levels of self.
And
Or
that's
being a
crazy too.
better you.
Sorry to cut you off, OG, but like it's crazy because I really don't be talking to people. Like I really don't. That's the
Uh,
crazy thing, Like I don't know. It's just like people be come out of nowhere, contacting you. Like I don't know. People trying to get to know you or something. I don't know. So I just don't pay no mind to that.
and motherfucker got cut the outside world out. Like I'm trying to,
Yeah, yeah,
like
bro. That's
I'm talking
yeah.
about all around the board, bro. Like you can't allow any of that shit. Like I told y'all in the beginning of this, I created a world within the world. I be in my own fucking world, bro. I don't allow anything to intervene on that. I don't give a fuck what it is, who it is. I'm in my own world. I respect everyone else's worlds, you know, but don't try to bring anything my way, to affect mine. That's all I'm saying. Love is love to the fullest on my end, bro. But I've gotten to a point like Stacks even know when it comes to like the building and shit, and building with like-minded others and the collective and things like that. We run across a lot of people who come as if they're one of those type of individuals, but then down the line you start seeing different shit. I've been in a lot of those type of situations, especially on social media, you know. But that's not to take away the fact that I'm not going to still present me and come with that love. That's who I am. Big Chief, not the little one. G the Starflower, melanated God of love. I stand on that. I am here to break chains. I am here to break cycles. And I'm doing that shit. You hear me? Like I said, you ain't gonna plant a seed all the time, but you will. You will. But I don't know, bro. Like I said, the mindset. It's all about the mindset, bro. You change the mindset, you change everything. It's simple as that. You change the mindset, you change everything. So for those who sit around complaining about this, complaining about that, bit bam boom, bam bam bam, you are the reason behind this. You are the reason behind that. Stop complaining and make some changes. What are you talking about? Starts within. Starts within. Like I say, getting this from somebody who experienced these things. Like my brother Icon said, like Stat said, like we all speaking based off of experiences. So I ain't just going, you know, point myself out on that. We all speaking based off of experiences, and that's what I love about our conversations, or conversations that I have with anyone. My sis, Queen Black, I told her this multiple times. I like to hear the differences between each other. That's what makes a conversation for me, because I'm gonna learn something from your differences, and you're gonna learn something from mine. You know, that's how we operate. That's how we move. Not wanting people to be the same way you are. You know, not wanting people to read the same things you read or be the same. Like, come on, bro. But I see that because it's a lot of so-called gods and goddesses. Well, I ain't gonna say so-called. It's a lot of gods and goddesses out here who move that way, and they speak as if they want people to be like them. You know, that's no, no. That's still a programming to me. That's literally still a programming. That's still the cancer that I speak about being spreaded to me, just me personally. Because it's like if somebody is teaching you something, like me right now, if I'm sitting here and I'm teaching people something, every last one of y'all, and every last one of y'all start moving the same exact way as me, start thinking the same exact way as me, start speaking the same exact way as me, that's a program. Fuck out of here. I don't follow programs. You know, I
Nah,
create
yeah, no,
my own.
we don't do the program matrix shit. We
Uh,
don't do that.
Yeah, word.
but that's why I spoke about people being outside of the programming and jump straight into another program. Like that really be happening because the motherfucker be outside of the programming, which is the lies and everything, as far as the government. You know what I'm saying? Having an understanding of all of that. But then you'll jump straight into another programming, which is something you're hearing from someone else and you're installing that into you. Like that's a program as well. You better learn life by living it. These experiences of your own, not someone else's. Yeah, all right. Love is love, man. But I'm about to close out though, y'all. It is 8 o'clock. You
Yes,
know, anybody want to give y'all shout outs, y'all outros, or whatever the case may be? Now is the time. I appreciate y'all, my brother. Well, I'm gonna get mine at the end.
all right, man. Shout out to my brothers Jeezy and Icon. Shout out to the MRMWRW tribe. Shout out to the fam. Shout out to my moms and the family and everybody else. And peace. We out of here.
Peace and love.
Oh, and shout out to I Can't Make This Shit Up podcast too.
You know the vibes. You know the vibes.
Subscribe, like, and comment. You dig?
Word. Appreciate the love, man. There you go, Aunt. You got the floor, bro. You hear me, Aunt?
Yeah, I heard you.
I say you got the floor. You can go ahead and get your shout outs, your outros, or whatever you want to do, bro. Promote. Boxing, Aunt. Let's not get it twisted.
Nah, yeah, for fast, fast. You already know the vibe. But I'm gonna say shout out to OG, shout out to Icon, shout out to everybody that came in, shout out to Larry, Big and Small. You already know the next Big and Smalls.
Yes,
Don't get
sir.
that twisted. You heard.
Mhm.
Yes,
And
sir.
also tune in. Cause my boy coming in with some heat. So keep tune in. Follow him on
That's a fact.
Instagram. You
He
heard.
coming soon.
We heard. Yeah, fat. So don't sleep. You heard. But yeah, but I- let's see. Y'all can follow me on Instagram, Libra Warrior, and also I can't really get my other account because the situation with the TikTok situation. Now I got a bot, so I just use my old account. So it's the same name. Follow me on TikTok and Thunder. It's a fresh new page, and
Okay, yeah.
shout out to the NW tribe. And you feel me? Like and
Uh,
subscribe, comment, share. What I'm saying? Keep supporting. Keep things rolling, man. And
so
also, ain't no worry, I'm gonna be back in the lab soon, real soon. I'm still in recovery.
fact. Coming
So
soon, man.
I got like 3 more sessions to go, then I'm straight, and I'm keep chasing my journey, and then go from there.
Yes, sir. All right, Aircon. Icon, you got the floor.
Absolutely. Can y'all hear me?
Yup.
Yup,
Yes,
yup.
sir.
Okay, absolutely. First and foremost, giving all praises to the Most High God that sustains me. You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful
Amen.
for
Sir.
understanding of purpose. When I'm asked what my purpose is in life, it is to learn. And that's what I do, and that's what I've been doing all my life, learning things, whether I knew I was learning or not, because the brain is designed to take in information, collect data. It's what you do with that data, I discovered, will determine where you're going to be at in life. And I can say, truly and honestly, I fucked up a lot of different things. Um, in my life, but it wasn't a complete fuck up because it led me to this.
Yup.
Prison for me was a definite life correcting moment for me to be in the place that I'm in right now. Everywhere that I go, and every person that I meet and I've met since the day I've been out of prison and while I was in there, Most High has blessed me to meet a lot of beautiful people, man. A lot of soldiers, a lot of brothers still stuck in the most where they're not able to fulfill certain tasks because they don't understand that they have tasks to fulfill. But I can say this here: it's been a interesting journey thus far. I'm very thankful for all of the people that is attracted to what I do, support what I do, and understand the fact that when I say something, I mean it. If I'm with you, I'm with you. If I'm not, I'm not. I don't seek validation from anybody but Most High, and I respect all of the soldiers on the battlefield. And that's the one thing that I really pride myself on. I really want to see people succeed. And I love to see people doing what they do because I can appreciate that wherever you're at on your journey, you're there because that's where you're at. It don't have nothing to do with me. The only thing that I can give is support. If I can give it, if I can't, don't stand in your way. Don't send negativity your way. You understand what I'm saying? I keep myself neutral in a lot of different cases because I'm protecting my energy, right? And it's been working for me in ways that I can't even begin to describe, man. I keep myself in spaces because I create spaces and I control them spaces. I don't want bullshit in there. For the sake of bullshit, I don't like trolling. I don't fuck with trolls. But I do want to see people express themselves. This when you come in my space, do what you gotta do, but don't come in that motherfucker trying to act like a goddamn bully, because bullies get put the fuck out and get put on their fucking ass. Them
Right.
the type of people I came up under. We don't
Right,
fuck with
right.
that bullshit. Like period. We don't.
Right.
If you want to be miserable by your motherfucking self. Because I'm tired of being miserable. I am tired of being
Mm-hmm.
miserable, and the people that I'm with is tired of being miserable. And on top of that, I'm gonna say this here in land. Every time I get with a different brother or group of people that I can learn from, because I'm always in student mode. Whatever perception is coming, I sit and I listen. I take in the words, right? It may sound different because it's coming from a particular school of thought, right? But when I do the evaluation on it, it's really the same thing. It's one big story that's continuing to go on, and people just perceive it at different levels, different angles. You understand me? And that's what keep me sane. Like for real, for real. I'm one of them type of people, brothers, that when I go somewhere and I do something, people really fuck with me like that because I'm interested in the human soul, the human spirit being developed. But that's just me. And wherever I can fit in, I try to fit in. And wherever I'm pushed out, I stay the fuck out. I don't go places that I'm not wanted. That's just me. I do not go places that I'm not wanted. And I tell all my friends and family, stop going places that you're not motherfucking wanted because you're wasting your goddamn time. It's too much other stuff that you could be doing with your time. But guess what? It's up to you to understand that. We all got to understand that. You understand what I'm saying? So I fuck with Big Chief everywhere that I go. If you look at any of my stuff, I call out my people by name. Shout out to them COTGs. As a matter of fact, the Circle of the Gods and Goddesses. It's worldwide. It's not just me and my particular people, but it's anybody that's connected to the truth, and that's all of us. And it depends on where the quality of your mind is at, will determine the quality of your life. And shit, I'm in the gutter with my people. I'm struggling like a motherfucker, but I'm present, I'm alive, and I got my health, my strength, and I don't give a fuck. I'm a soldier, I'm a warrior to the motherfucking day I transition. Because after that, I got new places to go to. And that's what it is. I'm out, man. Peace. Big love to WRWMR. I gotta say this right. T, don't let me say it right. Let me say it. MRMWRW. Men respecting men, women respecting women.
That's
You know the tribe vibe. Shout out to Queen Black Radio.
Uh,
Hidden Gems. What did I miss something?
uh,
I miss
uh,
something?
senior citizens.
The
Uh,
senior citizens of
yeah.
radio, absolutely. And shout out to the movement. Shout out to everybody that's out here on the battlefield putting in this work. However you put in this work, we got to recognize that everybody may do it a little different. But if the goal is to bring us together and create peace, then that's what we're gonna do. I
Let's do
come.
it. Let's do it. Peace and love, my brother. I appreciate you, man. Hey, I appreciate all of y'all, my brothers, for pulling up and vibing with me tonight on OG Talk. I was at work on my lunch break and I said, man, I ain't done OG Talk in 2 weeks. I said, I don't want to do it by myself. I said, for some reason, something that came in me, I said, I need my brothers. I want my brothers to pull up with me tonight for OG Talk. And I reached out to everybody that I'm in connections with, as far as my brothers and shit. I asked everybody they want to pull up. Reached out to LarryStacks, reached out to my brother Icon, and told Stacks to reach out to Ant. And yeah, and we came to this. But anyway, I appreciate y'all. This is the vibe that I was looking for tonight. You know, so I love y'all 100% wholeheartedly. Y'all know the vibes. That's how I'm coming. You know, so I appreciate y'all for pulling up with me. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. Shout out to my sister Queen Black. You hear me? Behind the avatar, senior citizens movement. You hear me? Shout out to my brother Icon with the circle of God. You hear me? Shout out to them brothers. My brother Dub and what's my other brother name, man? I don't want to miss this.
Silverback.
Silverback, you know, shout out to the bros. I'll be pulling up to their platforms. If y'all on stereo, you know, make sure y'all tap in on what Saturdays at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, rock out, man. You know, get y'all some understandings of things, man. But it's all love. But I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody that tapped in. You know, shout out to my goddess, Aquarius goddess, for pulling up. You know the vibes, man. And love is love, man. You know, love those who love you. Respect all except the love that is given. You hear me? I am Big Chief, not the little one. Jeter Starflower, melanated god of love. I am here to break chains. I am here to break cycles. And that I shall do. Love is love. Big MRMWRW tribe. You know the vibes.